Good morning, everyone. Emily here from Santa Bliss Flowers. Back with a tour video this time. There's not a lot to show in the garden at the moment. Well, yeah, it doesn't really look like a lot, but still seem to be getting plenty of flowers out of it, so let's go. Yeah, 19th today. So this shouldn't be too long, I don't think, but go see what's happening. This is my poor gladdies. So they got neglected. It's all full of weeds, but there's still quite a few of them have come up and are flowering. Yeah, I'm not sure what the plan is to get rid of that, because that grass is terrible to get rid of. Got a few zinnias in here. This is the Queen Lime series. I've got these ones I planted a little bit before these. Quite a few of these ones here died. I didn't get to plant them out until they were sort of, yeah, not great. These are the Queen Lime Blush, and then there's Queen Lime Red and Queen Lime Orange there, I think. And then Lizzie's right along here. So I pinched some of these at the start here a few days ago, and then I just finished pinching the rest yesterday afternoon. But yeah, I've got my husband to bring dirt up from down at the cattle yards and put in here, so it's like mulchy hay / dirt. They seem to be taken off now. They took a little while, but it was quite hot when I put them in. So this end is the Arena 3 Gold, and then up the other end is, I think it's the Advantage Rose. Don't want to show you the poor lemon myrtles, they need some attention. This bed here has been left, so I have to sort out the weed situation in that before I plant anything. And the veggie garden hasn't got too much in it. This bed here mainly has got a few tomatoes, corn. I've got some capsicum and chilli, and there is now a pretty decent sized peach tree right here between the two shade houses. He's very happy. And these are all my pots. My husband, it was all weedy along there where they were, so he's moved them all and have to sort them out, because they've got a lot of those have got irises in them. I need to top the dirt up and whatever. And the Chrissies aren't quite as healthy as what they normally are at this time of the year for me, but they got a little bit neglected as well. I'll have to, I think this coming week I'll start trimming them back, ready for them to flower for Mother's Day. And then over here in this bed we have these Lizzie's I didn't pinch, are all opening. This one is this one's Advantage 2 Cherry Sorbet. So I did manage to get net on, but support net on, but this support netting's got pretty big squares. I need the smaller square stuff. And it's a bit weedy here. I started weeding up there yesterday. And this is Feverfew. I'm going to Feverfew another go. So some of it's doing really well, but there's like a little patch in the middle here that's not so happy for some reason. But yeah, the stuff here is doing quite well considering it's the middle of summer. And then this is another lot of Lizzie's. As you can see, I've pinched them. And they're branching. This one is Champagne. That's the Renaissance. I think it's Renaissance 2 Champagne. there. I've left my snip sitting on the post. Now, dahlias. This is my round bed, which there's a few gaps, some that didn't come up. And my dahlias don't look great. They're not growing very fast, they're a bit stunted. Now I'm trying to work out exactly what is wrong. These ones here probably look the best, but you can see the damage on the leaf, and I wasn't sure. I thought it was mites, but having a closer look yesterday, and I think it might be those green leaf hopper. There, you can see one. See it there? But like I said, these ones here actually don't look too bad. I've got some over in the other shade house that are a bit... I left it too long before I decided to treat them, not knowing exactly what the problem was. So yeah, now I'm not sure. I did spray them the other day, but you can see a bigger one just there. See him on the leaf there? Pretty sure that's definitely a green leaf hopper. So I've got to work out a plan of attack for those. But yeah, I think I've got foliage and net in here. This one's just about to start opening. Formby art in the middle, and then Eureka over on that side over there. Right, this rose bush here is taken over. I need to deal with it. Can't even see in here. The Eryngium is looking healthy, but still not giving me any flowers. Status is finished for now. The Eryngium down that end, down there, is a bit overtaken by weeds at this point. Roses are a bit overtaken by weeds, and then the new development is my husband decided to extend his shed, so this wasn't here and he's extended it out to here, which means he had to take half this garden bed and that bed there, which I didn't mind because it was getting overtaken by that horrible couch grass anyway. So we've taken like the outside off this, but obviously that's still sitting there, so I'll probably leave that there. He doesn't mind that being there, but we moved the two brown beds over to here, so we have to fill them with dirt. He did use the tractor bucket to pick up what plants were on that side and what plants were on that side of that one and dumped them into there. Whether or not they're going to survive and reshoot, I don't know, but I'm not too stressed because fortunately Achillea hasn't actually done that great for me here. I think it might be a bit too hot for it. Need to do some mowing and whip snipping. Never ending job. More crissies, so they'll be trimmed back as well. I lost quite a few in here and also a few in the other bed from white ants. The white ants get into the bottom and eat them out. White ants are terrible here. The Marias are growing like crazy. And then here we have Zinnias. So Venery Giant, Purple, Wine and Coral. And obviously I've been picking a lot of stems off them. As you can see, I think I picked 2 big lots off them this week and they are still covered in flowers. So the ones in this row I got pinched and this row I didn't get pinched, so it flowered first, so it hasn't got as many in it now because obviously I've cut it back and they've got to regrow, where these ones have got a lot more stems already because they were pinched. This row here where the freesias are is kind of just gone to weeds. Whether the freesias come back or not, I don't know. I'm going to move that bit of status down the end over to the other status, echinacea. I've been picking quite a bit off it. It's sort of slowing down now. I'm not sure how much longer it'll go. Like, some of the stems are getting quite short, but yeah, I've picked quite a bit off it. It's done pretty good this year. Nice long stems. This bed, yeah, there's still a lot of weeds because I'm having trouble keeping up with all the weeds. We did have quite a lot of rain. We haven't had much in the last couple of weeks, but we had enough rain that it made the weeds go crazy. The dahlias I've got out here, like, only a few of them came up, and they're not doing great. It's just probably too hot for them mainly. That's all empty down there. I've got some basil to put in down this end of the bed. The celosia down there, that came up by itself, so it's just a mix. Terracotta I need to trim back. It's all going to seed at this point, but if I trim it back I should get another flush, hopefully. I got the flamingo for the trim back the other day, so it will be sending out all new stems. And I've finally got this bed cleaned up. So the long story with this bed is, I think I would have had in a previous video, I left some zinnias, celosia and Gomphrena had come up from seed in mainly down the other end of this bed, and I was like, oh, maybe they'll do okay together. I just didn't have the heart to pull them out when I should have, and I didn't have the time to transplant them, which was my original plan, just to transplant the zinnias and stuff over into the other bed. I didn't have the time to do that, so I left them. And you know, zinnias get huge, especially if they're not, like, if they've got plenty of space to grow. So that was to the detriment of my poor Lizzies. So I've come through and I've pulled them all out now. Needs weeding still, there's still weeds in here, but and then trimmed all off to there. These Lizzies that are here still flowering are the few that I pinched, so they've not long started flowering. The ones I didn't pinch was pretty much done. If they weren't done, they were fallen over because I didn't get net on them. So once I've cut these ones here back, I will put net on this bed, support netting, so that when they all come back again, they will all have support netting. So we've got the lavender down here, or deep lavender I think it is, and so it's, yes, that Renaissance 2 deep lavender. And then this one is peach. It's Corelli 3 peach. So I found the peach has got done probably a little bit better than the lavender. It's got a lot longer stems, really bigger heads. Zinnias and stuff are all taken over down the other end. So now that I've got them out of there, hopefully we'll keep this all nice and watered, give them a few good lots of fertilizer, and we should get a nice second flush. This is all weedy. There was a bed there, but it's kind of been taken over by weeds. The zinnias down the other end are ones that came up themselves, and a bit of Gomphrena you can see. Sunflowers that are planted are pretty much done. So that's about it for this section. Oh, this up here that used to be beds is all grass at this point. So I have to make a plan to get that back under control. You can't even barely see where the beds were. My shadow there. There was a bed. There's a bed there. Another bed there, and then there was another one over here. So I have to try and work out what I'm going to do there. Alright, last but definitely not least, but like I said, try to ignore the damage because some of them are pretty bad and then some look like they're kind of pulling out of it, but I don't know if they are. It looks like one of those little flies that I bought for the fruits. Interesting. Yeah, the damage is pretty evident, so I have to work out how I'm going to deal with that. But at this point, most of them are pretty tall. I've cut a few stems off the cafe au lait already, and the burgundy one down here. They were the first two to flower, and then I've got Kismet is just started, and there's quite a few others just starting to open. You can see one there. I can't, without my book, I won't be able to tell you what they are, but not that that would help at this point. They're not flowering anyway, but yeah, quite a few of them are budded up and about ready to start. The only thing I wish I had done was pinch them another time. Like some of them I should have pinched twice because they got like really fat stems. But anyways, this one's nice and tall. So yeah, there's this one here is about to come out. This one looks like a white one. The other problem I'm having is these beetles, which I think are called hibiscus beetles, hibiscus flower beetles. So having trouble with them. This is a cafe bud. I'm not sure how you're supposed to get rid of those. I've got a few little ones still coming up, so I planted some late where some hadn't come up. And yeah, so you'll see a bit of damage from those beetles on these. Unfortunately, my experiment of planting beans with them hasn't gone great. I wouldn't recommend it. I didn't really think that through before I did it. But yeah, some of these look quite healthy, but I feel like they are a little bit stunted, or they've taken just a bit longer to grow than they should have. So yeah, these ones in the middle here are the mystery ones. So, but this one actually had aphids on it, so I had to spray the aphids. You can see the ants there. You know, if there's ants on your plants, generally it means there's aphids somewhere. Damaged the petals a bit where I sprayed. And you can see thrips on there as well. So yeah, and this one's another one that's budded up. Looks like it's going to be a nice big one. So that's about it. I've got some lemon basil that came up down here by itself. But yeah, not too much colour in here just yet. And some that are still quite small. There's some small ones in amongst these beans here. But yeah, definitely won't be planting beans with my dahlias again. So yeah, anyways, that's about all I have at this point. I've done pretty close to $1,000 in sales this week. So that is good, because generally I don't expect to do that much until like the cooler months when I've got a lot of variety and I can pump a lot of flowers out. Summer is sort of generally a little bit slower for me. But having more dahlias than I've had before, I should be able to do it a little bit more easily. And then obviously the Lizzianthus, I haven't had them for the last couple of years, so they are definitely helping. People seem to love them. And then a good lot of zinnias. Yeah, so anyways, a lot of jobs to try and get on top of still, and a lot of weeding. So that is about it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry if I kind of rushed through it. I just have a lot of jobs to get to. And one of those is to send a florist list right now. So I better get to that, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!